Issaria and Asher, Sun and Moon. In the beginning there were two celestial bodies, two gods. Each held half of the universe in their hands, and like siblings do, they often quarreled. The son, Asher, coveted his sister's light because he believed she held slightly more than he. He would lash out at her bitterly, but finally, after aeons of struggles, Issaria had had enough. She concocted a plan to put an end to his bickering. She would create beings to worship the two of them. She knew that Asher was vain, and thought that when he saw that they were being worshipped equally, that he would have no choice but to accept their equality. But her plan was ill-conceived. But, as the moon was the one who created them, the humans honored her more. This filled the sun with rage. He cleaved his sister apart before she realized her mistake. And so the tyranny of the sun, the first murderer, began. The broken body of Issaria filled the land she had spoken into being. The elder songweaver continues. From the torn pieces of her body, our world was formed. Her bones became our mountains. Her blood flowed to form the rivers and the oceans. Her stories, told and untold, sprang into the trees and animals. Her hair spread over our sky, where her tears were caught as stars, and continued to shine. But for all his fury, he could never destroy the moon's beating heart, that silver disk that rises and sets. Yet even with his sister's body strewn about, the humans still worshipped her over him, honoring her heart as the source of creativity, knowledge, and all things good. While conversely, the sun was seen as the source of selfishness, pride, evil, and murder as well. This carried on for an age. That is, until the enigmatic time known as the Sun Wars. The details of what transpired are far in the past, and we can only now speculate about what really happened. What we do know is that a man known as King Marduk, leader of the Sun Cultists, finally finished what Asher had started so many thousands of years ago. He found a way to destroy or suppress the moon itself. Whether this is a literal truth or merely an allegory is unknown, for looking in the night sky, one can clearly see both the moon and the little chief quite clearly. Yet at the conclusion of the Sun Wars, soul worship of the moon dwindled in favor of a philosophy balanced around both the sun and the moon. The end of the Sun Wars did not mark the end of sun worship. In fact, in addition to the legitimization of sun worship, technology, architecture, and written language flourished. Regardless of his motives or his eventual fate, King Marduk's legacy was a world of peace and prosperity, a world of technological advancement and bounty. Many of the texts paint him as a martyr, taking the sun's evils into himself as a necessary sacrifice to unite the tribes and bring about an age of prosperity. So too were the fates of those who stood against the Sun Cult in the Sun Wars lost. They were representatives from each of the major tribes sent to bring an end to the wrath of the Sun Cult. Yet in the end, whether by their design or another's, they found a way to bring peace to the land and participated in the young nation that the tribes and the Sun Cult built together. We study the words of the ancient songweavers and the ancient librarians from the dawn of the age we live in. Through careful speculation, we can find inconsistencies in their tales and hints at deeper truths. It is said that the humans mentioned in the creation myths were not humans at all, but a strange and alien race that quit the land of Issaria long ago, and that our own race has another origin lost to time. Through my work, I hope to bring some modicum of light and truth to the mire of uncertainty and doubt that surrounds the beginning of our age.